Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up.
What's going on, people? Famous Sam here from level1gaming.com, and congratulations, you guys leveled up to 125. This is the Double XP podcast. I do apologize about the timer on the screen. We had some technical issues that are all cleared up right now. Today was one heck of a day. Lots of news to talk about. We do have a first-timer special guest with us today. I'll be introducing him in just a few moments. We're going to get started. A little bit of changes. Typically, I go with my man to my right with Snips and Snips, but he's not here tonight. So the man to my right, one of the newest additions and greatest additions to level1gaming.com, my man Baron. What's going on, brother?
Man, I'm just sitting here. I'm doing great, getting ready for all this product placement. Like, I'm just holding this, y'all can put that right there. How's it going, everybody? Living the dream.
Next up, we got my right hand, man, the floor hugger with the hard R.
Annyeonghaseyo, Yerabun. How are you guys doing? Oh, who do we lose?
Demi. Easy fix. Don't worry. It's easy fix for me.
Thank you for hanging out with us. I'm so glad to have Baron back on. He's down with all our foolishness. If you guys see me dart off halfway through, it's because my food came here, and I'm going to be eating the rest of the stream. But annyeong. I hope you guys have a good time watching your shenanigans.
Next up, DALLAZ. Man. What's going on, D?
Onions, what's up?
Onions!
Shout out to everybody joining us now. See a couple new faces in the chat. Shout out to everybody that was with us earlier because we went live for the Ps5, rhyme intended. And shout out to said or guest, oh, I'm not done yet. Don't be looking all left out. It's cool. But yeah, shout out to Baron J67 and the J stand for jalapeno. I had to hit him with the Weezy F Baby line with the product place. I don't have no products to play. Oh, I do. Here we go. Shout out to Tupac.
I hate y'all.
Are we showing Funko Pops? Then,
We
on.
My Black Panther.
Let's go.
I got the gold one too.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, you beat me to it.
And I got the Black Panther without the mask.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Then I got Black Panther from Civil War.
Let me go ahead and pick one of those up off you. Stop playing. You flexing now. That's why you came in with the muscle shirt because you had to flex. Also, shout out to Leah Lisi because I don't want to have you left out. She mother of dragons, the unburnt,
Breaker of chains.
I am.
Yeah.
Yo, next up, also one of our newest writers, but she was on this podcast not too long ago. Still happy to have her on the team. Leah Lisi, what's going on, love?
Everything's going good. How are you guys doing?
Today was a very interesting day. Very interesting day. We appreciate you coming on with us again. Mr. Two Something to Do Something, aka Demigod Reviews, is probably out.
Oh, say it right. Demiculus testiculus.
Demiculus testiculus is out being
Demiculus
saving
testiculus.
He's saving the world right now, so he said he'll be back, hopefully. But next up, we do have a guest with us today. It's the first time on the podcast. Now, I will say, Baron came to me and said, hey, man, I met this guy. He's really cool. I want to bring him on the podcast. He sent me a link. I looked it up. I was like, oh, this man, filmography, Hunter. Oh, I'm in love. Wasteland. I'm like, oh, yeah, make it happen. This man that worked on some good stuff. Cedric L. Williams Jr. What's going on, brother? How you been?
I've been great, man. Happy to be here. Thank you for the invite. I already feel like I'm at home right now.
Hey.
Well, I am at home, but not like at home in this chat room too.
We keep it family.
Our foolishness.
Now, one thing we like to do is when we have guests on for the first time, we want to get to know you. We want our followers to get to know you. So, if you could please let people know who you are and some of your accomplishments, because you have a lot. Some of the things you've worked on, and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Cedric L. Williams Jr. I am from Kentucky originally, and I'm now in Los Angeles pursuing voice acting. I've done some work in anime, including Hunter x Hunter, The Promised Neverland, most recently Pokemon Journeys on Netflix. I just had a video game come out called Wasteland 3. I have a few other things that I can't announce right now, but a couple video games and a couple cartoons. I've been on Cartoon Network a few times. I was on Thundercats Roar. I was on so much stuff. Okay. Let's see.
Say, how do you pick one?
I'm still kind of new to the voice acting game, but like I picked up some steam the last 2 or 3 years. I'm working on a few Disney Plus shows right now, and that's all I can say about those right now. But happy to be here.
So let me ask you this question. So for someone who was looking to, like, what advice would you give someone who's looking to get in? Because what you're doing is a dream come true for a lot of people. Even though you say you're just not getting into it, you got some pretty solid and known jobs that you've done before. For someone who's wanting to get into that line of work, like what type of advice would you give them going into it?
All right, study acting, because it's not just doing a funny voice. The acting comes first. So make sure you have some acting training, and also be persistent, because at first you will get a lot of rejection. So you just got to keep going and like make a good demo, educate yourself with like the greats, study your favorite voice actors, and then make like an awesome demo. And then you also got to move to a place where voice acting is very prevalent. Like if you want to do anime, you can move to Texas and do Funimation. Los Angeles is where like Cartoon Network, Disney, Nickelodeon, and all those places are. And there's some anime here as well. The anime scene is actually starting to pick up a lot here in LA. So yeah, love what you do, pursue it, don't take no for an answer, and become a good actor.
That's what's up, man. I know a lot of people. I know we had a couple of people who aspire to do that. I know Leah aspires to do voice acting. A demigod who had to leave, he aspires to do it as well. So I'm sure they're gonna love to pick your brain either during the show, after the show. We just appreciate you, coming on and talking with us. And any type of advice or thing you can give out would be wonderful. I mean, I think it'd be pretty dope, man.
Definitely, I got y'all. It's all about inspiring the next generation of voice actors. Like, there's a few of us, people of color that's doing anime, and we're trying to inspire more people of color to get into anime, because it's not that many of us right now. And so we want to inspire, break barriers, and make magic happen.
With the way people take my parodies on YouTube serious, you would think I'm the greatest actor in the world, but I can't act to save my life. But people think when I'm doing stuff on YouTube it's real, and it's not. So with you doing voice acting in Wasteland 3, were you into video games heavy? Like, was that something you wanted to do, voice acting in games, or it just kind of fell to you?
I've always been a gamer, not really a hardcore gamer. Like, I don't consider if you have a Nintendo systems like being a hardcore gamer. You gotta have the Xboxes or the PS or the PlayStation systems. So kind of a casual gamer. Play Super Smash Brothers. Y'all ain't messing with my Lucas though, because Lucas will whoop you. So yeah, playing Super Smash Brothers. I love the cartooniness of Nintendo. And sometimes I even get a system just to play Smash Bros. But this next generation of systems, I'm definitely I haven't decided between an Xbox Series X or Ps5 yet. But leaning towards PlayStation 5 because of the Miles Morales game.
Ooh, man, that's...
So, but yeah, and video games, I kind of got more appreciation for it as I saw like actors like Troy Baker doing like Oscar-worthy performances in The Last of Us, and then the mocap. Like, a lot of video games now have like motion capture where they capture the acting in real time, and it's literally like the line between on camera and voice acting. And I just want to be a part of that. That looks so awesome. So I've been working on it because video game voice acting is a little different than like cartoon and anime acting. Like, it's a lot more grounded and serious, a lot more breaths and like pauses, dramatic pauses in the video game voice acting. So you gotta be a really good actor to do like certain video games, like the fighting games. That's you gotta like be able to do like a you gotta be able to like you gotta.
Yo, that was lit. Oh my, yeah, what we watching?
You gotta imagine what it's like to get your guts ripped out. None of y'all have gotten your guts ripped out before, but you gotta like feel that. You gotta be able to portray that in your voice, like.
It's lit.
I feel like I was creating a. Y'all know how when you create a character in Soul Calibur and you get to do
Yeah,
that
they
voice?
test the audio.
You're going to figure out which one I want. Yep, that's the one. I think that's Cedric. Yeah, we met him before on the podcast. So, would you say the video game industry is harder to get into with voice acting? With it being, with you having to have like I guess a wider skill set, have to be more serious and stuff like that. Would you say it's harder to get into?
Is harder to get into because they already have their people that book everything. Troy Baker, Nolan North, Laura Bailey, like those people, like pretty much all the voice actors that was in the Avengers game. Those are like the staple of voice actors. Not saying that you can't get into it, but like that's who you're competing against, and you have to like have that caliber of acting, you know. And it's not necessarily doing a different voice either when you're doing video game voice acting. It's like usually your natural voice is a lot more grounded. So, I have yet to do a video game with mocap, but that's the dream one day. It's so awesome to like. I want someone I really like respect in video game voice acting is Deborah Wilson. I believe she was on Mad TV. Yeah, Mad TV. Now she's like a very like established video game voice actress, and I like she has such an interesting look that they make the characters look like her, and I've always wanted to be immortalized in a video game like that and see myself die, and then come back to life. Hey, I'm back to life, y'all. And then me being like a total like we can't curse on here, right? I won't use any curse words. Be a total bad A word, in a video game,
That's what's up, man. That's something I can never do. But hats off to you because the sound and voice acting and everything, right? But we're all hardcore gamers, and video game is so important, and that's something that will tune me off. The graphics can be wonderful, the set pieces can be beautiful, but if that voice acting is bad, I'm done. Done.
Yeah. For Wasteland 3 in particular, it was actually the longest like video game role that I've had. Like it took about maybe a year of recording to do that, and I recorded literally hundreds of lines, like different, saying different things depending on what. It's like one of those games where you can choose what you say and your actions affect the game. And so let's say that the character needs to rescue some hostages. So let's say they rescued 5 hostages. I would have a line like, "It's awesome, you rescued 5 hostages. Good job." And then let's say they didn't rescue any hostages. It looks like you didn't rescue any hostages. Did your best though. You have different lines depending on what the main character picks or whatever. So just showing different emotions, and usually for video games there's no context in the lines. It's literally just like a wall of lines, and luckily you have a good director that like tells you, okay, so this is what's happening here, this is what's happening here. You're not we don't record together for a video game unless it's like mocap.
I was going to ask you that. Do you record together?
Usually no. And for anime as well, it's also you're recording by yourself, matching lip flaps.
Yo, I bet that's difficult. I would assume it would be easier to have the person like in front of you if you're having a conversation. It seems more natural, but to be by yourself, that sounds really difficult.
Yeah, so that's why you have to really be a good actor. Like for cartoons, like pre-laid cartoons, like from like American cartoons, you usually have an ensemble cast and you record together. I really like to do that because, like you said, it's really awesome to work off the other actors. And for a cartoon, you need that because it's very fast-paced and energetic. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But you get used to it recording by yourself. It's just you, that director, and that audio engineer. And we've been recording a lot, like during quarantine. So we've been recording at our houses and stuff, and just like using it's a thing called Source Connect, where like or Session Link or whatever. Voice actors, we had to like actually get better recording equipment, better microphones, soundproof our closets, and make it into a studio and record all like video games and anime from our home. And it's been crazy. But we had to adjust, or we wouldn't work during quarantine. So shout out to all the voice actors that made it happen during quarantine.
That's what's up, man. That's I never even thought about that. You know, like because of quarantine, like voice acting, you guys having to. All right, I gotta have a good mic. I gotta, pin up the stuff. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you doing what you're doing because you make my life as a gamer better. So before we get started, like I said, I just want to say thank you, man. I appreciate you once again for coming on and rocking with us. So
no problem, man. It's an honor to be here.
We're gonna jump into it. Today was a big day for the PlayStation 5. We finally got the PlayStation 5 showcase showing off some top tier titles. We got a price point. We're looking at the $500 for the disc, $400 for the disc list. Pre-orders is up. Walmart is sold out in most places. I know GameStop is. If you got 50, go to GameStop. They're taking pre-orders for 50. You might not have all the coins in your pocket because COVID didn't have you out of work this summer. But if you got 50, you can go ahead and pre-order. But I do want to start and go around with the panel and kind of get your thoughts on what we saw today. Miss Leah, did you get an opportunity to watch the PlayStation 5 showcase?
I did.
What did you come out of that with that? Like, what did you think about the show overall?
I loved it. I loved all the games that it showed. I looked at my fiance right after it and said, I need a PS5. I need one now because I wanted God of War. I'm really excited about God of War. But I thought it looked really good. I liked what they're going to do with the PS Plus, bringing out overall the games from the PS4 that are like the big games and make me really excited to play them on the PS5.
Odd admission, they didn't show The Last of Us Part 2 in that, which lets me know they're going to make you guys pay for a remaster because that wasn't inside that list. If you look at all the games they showed, Last of Us Part 2 was like the big omission from that list, which shocked the heck out of me. So yeah. It says Leah. I can adjust Leah's volume, no worry.
Maybe they felt like nobody would miss it.
So I want to ask you this, Leah, because I kind of know everyone's thoughts on this. So knowing what we know now, that a lot of these games we saw today, Miles Morales, Demon Souls, which they're trying to downplay that it's not. From what we saw before, Horizon Zero Dawn, knowing that it's coming to PlayStation 4, you still have it in you to buy the PS5 day one? Or PS5? I didn't say you don't get one on day one, but you still have the urge to buy it while you still have a PS4 and can play those games?
Can y'all hear me? Okay, I'm noticing the ring wasn't like lighting up. But yeah, I'm still interested in getting a PS5. I'm interested in getting it because I want to see it with the newer graphics. I want to get a newer TV to kind of like accompany with it. It's going to be a whole thing. But I still want to get it. But I don't know if I'm going to get it at launch. I think I might wait a bit.
So, Sid, I know when we talked a little bit ago, you was talking about you mostly play Nintendo, but you're leaning toward that PS5 because you're seeing games like, Miles Morales. Like, so, I guess what I kind of answered it in a bit, but do you plan on getting it, the PS5 around release, especially after what we saw today?
I'm gonna have to say yes. I haven't had a PlayStation console in a while since the PlayStation 2.
Oh wow!
And so I've only gotten like the Nintendo consoles and Xbox. So I want to try something else. I always see that PlayStation has a lot of good exclusives, and so I'd love to try that out. Because if I remember right, wasn't the Spiderman game only for PS4? And that's a game I really wanted to play. And they got Uncharted.
Uncharted's amazing.
Adventure games that I love. Like, if Kingdom Hearts 3 was only on PlayStation, then I would have been like, okay, I would have gotten the PS4 then, but it was also on Xbox One. Yeah, definitely leaning towards PlayStation on day one.
That's what. So with you being like a voice actor, you're leaning more towards where the place where you can get those cinematic, sort of movie-driven type game. That's what PlayStation
Yeah.
provides. Like they give you those big action packed. Am I playing a game or am I watching a movie that I'm like really into? And I think for a lot of people, that means a lot to them and helps them pick their platform of choice.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love that fine line between movies and video games. Like I used to love the Telltale games when they were.
Love the Telltale games, all of them.
Yeah, especially Walking Dead. That was my favorite one. More games like that. That's awesome. And just looking forward to seeing. I didn't have a chance to see all of the games that because I had a couple auditions before the for this podcast.
Oh, he almost slipped up.
So like I was able to see the Harry Potter game.
A lot of people
I
looking
heard
forward
about
to that.
my crew that I played D&D with. They were talking about like the God of War, Ragnarok. I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
And this didn't have a chance to see it. And then of course Miles Morales. Like I want to see new footage from that. I'm already pretty impressed from what I saw initially. So it's Miles Morales in his own game.
Yo, that's big. Like just and not just because we love the character, but like as a person of color, like superhero.
Yeah.
Like black and Puerto Rican, like it's lit.
Yup, like all we need now. Okay, so we have Kamala-Khan had her thing, in Avengers. Like I'm happy to see that.
Mm-hmm.
We have Miles Morales with his own game. I hope they bring Static. Have Static have his own game because that would be awesome.
He needs his own show back. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And then we need Duke Thomas too from the Batman series. Like make him popular. Like the what's that Batman game that they showed recently? Like they should have put him in that game. Yeah, Arkham Knight. Yeah,
Perfect.
like all those like Robins and like Batgirl. They could have put Batwing or Duke Thomas, aka the Signal, up in there.
That would have. Hey man, DLC. That's what they're gonna. Hey, other persons of
I wouldn't
color.
doubt if Batman has a place. I would not doubt it.
Floor hugger, love.
It'd be awesome.
What were your overall thoughts about the PS5 showcase today?
Overall, they were one and done. They got what they need. They didn't need Ubisoft 2 shows to show what they had. I mean, they showed 16, which is no doubt a precursor to 15, which is going to be on PC. There's no way they're not. Or people are going to hack it onto PC. And they pushed the PS Now. There were some big titles on the PS Now. There was the Harry Potter Legacies, which was cool. The Cold War, which honestly made me want to buy a Call of Duty again. I haven't bought a Call of Duty since Ghosts, Deathloop, which you guys know my kind of reservations, but also like awesome on that. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. I don't know why they showed that. Oddworld was interesting. The Five Nights at Freddy's, who really cares? Fortnite, don't care. And the prices are, think of $100 more in Canada because they don't like us. And the God of War Ragnarok is coming out 2021, so there's no reason to buy a PlayStation 5 day one. There's nothing exclusive that they showed me that I'm like, yes, I need it. I will get it eventually because I grew up on PlayStation. That's my thing. But right now, and Resident Evil, but we know isn't a console exclusive. They might have exclusive things on there, but it's not exclusive. So I'm like, when you guys give me a reason to buy it, like PlayStation 4 was Destiny, then I'll justify a reason for buying it. But right now, like Xbox, once I got rid of Halo, it's like, okay, y'all, let me push Assassin's Creed up. Okay, I'm already gonna buy it on my PC. I don't really care if you have it on your console.
This is what's wrong with getting old. Y'all become jaded.
Right.
Just
become cynical. I don't know. It's just.
I'm one of
hold
those
on.
cynical people.
Just because down.
My reason.
Hold on, Dallas. Just because I know you itching and this is bothering you, you going last, Bucko. Baron, because I know Dallas is itching, and I'm gonna make him sit on here and hear this slander. Baron,
See it.
Baron.
So let me go ahead and further add to it.
But also, Baron, I want your thoughts, but also I want you to also let me know if knowing that these games are also coming to PS4, does that hurt the value of your PlayStation 5 purchase?
Absolutely. Let me tell you, the whole presentation, I was hyped. I was like, oh, you should have seen me. I was at work. My coworker was looking at me like I was stupid. I was sitting there, oh. And then the little asterisk would pop up. Also coming to PC and and then the tweet came at the end. Coming to PS4 as well. Bro, it was seriously, it was deflating. Like, and then to find out all the games I got hyped about are going to be on PC or multiplat. Like Harry Potter, when that came on, as soon as I heard, I was like, oh, it's a wrap. I literally just was watching the Harry Potter run of movies with my family. Labor Day for us is officially Harry Potter Day in my house. Like it just, like, that's what we call it. We got pizza, we went and got candy, we went all out and we got through probably 2 movies because then everybody went to sleep because we just getting old and the babies was tired and all the shit and stuff. But there is no, let's be real here. If you have a mid-grade PC or you have an Xbox One X or One S or OG, or you have a PS4 or a PS4 Pro, there's absolutely no reason to buy these new consoles day one. There is, other than the sake of funny memes, other than the sake of just to have it. Now, let's be real though. I'm being honest. That price point deters me big time. Because if the price point of the digital PlayStation was similar to the Xbox, I might debate it. But it's like, no question, I don't want it right now.
All right, Dallas. After you sat through all this slander, now you can come in and tell us how your PS5 is devalued because all them games is also on PS4.
You know what's funny? I wasn't going to be overtly positive, but since we're going there, I wasn't going to be negative either. But okay, so first, I can see what you're saying. If it was a closer price point to that of the Series S, then yeah, maybe there'd be a reason to pick it up day one. But the Series S is at that price point and it's suffering for it. Like it's just not going to have the same enhancements. It's not going to have the same enhancements as the One X, really.
But the Series S is in its own lane though.
It's still a game console. It's still a game console that's going to run particular games that we're all going to want to play at some point or another. If I have to choose between playing something on my PS4 or my Series S, I'm probably going to play that multiplayer on my PS4. Why do you think that is? Because
you like trophies over achievement. Because the game gonna run better. The game gonna run better on your S than your PS4.
And let's acknowledge that they didn't show us no user interface, no menu or nothing. I just thought about that. We didn't get no.
Some of us want those enhancements though, and I'm one of those people. I want to be able to play and I don't usually double dip, and I don't usually play a game too many times on separate platforms. Like if it's cross gen, I'll play it on one, I'll leave it be on the other. But having Spiderman PS4 remastered, just having it just because I have Miles Morales, I'm down for it. I'd go through and complete both of them. I would go through and platinum each of them. It's absolutely going to be one of them things where I'm not gonna rush out and pick it up. Like, I'm not gonna rush out and try to pre-order like right now. I got stuff to do. If I can get to it in the next couple of days, absolutely, that's gonna happen. But I'm not knocking down no old ladies for it. I'm not fist fighting nobody.
Really post up outside of Best Buy with a mask on?
I'm not gonna get in the gloves for it. I'm not gonna rob you for it. I might ask Demi to do it for me and pay him a little extra.
I mean, cause we already wear masks when we out in public, so they don't know who you are. You only gotta have a mask on, so that's half the job is done right there.
This console season is gonna be dangerous.
If it is as scarce as rumored, then I'll just wait. I don't mind it, but I will be buying one as soon as I'm able, as soon as reasonably possible. And I will be playing these games on both if it takes too long for me to get the 5.
You know what?
Not day one.
I haven't seen people talk about, which is surprising to me, is yes, we always have 2 consoles. We have the base version and then we have a Pro. but we've never had two consoles at launch, and let alone one be discless and one be digital, or one be digital and one be disc based. So it's like nobody's really talking about that and what that means for 2 years in. What's the pro versions of these consoles gonna be like? Everybody's like, oh yeah, I want the discless. I want the digital. It's like, okay, but what's it gonna be?
I never
Nobody's
really,
talking about that. I'm like, why?
whole discless thing. Is there something, gratifying about like having all the physical copies of the games and you can line them up like a library and look at all of them? That's what I love.
Thank you.
You know. So even if it is cheaper, I don't know. Like, it's like having like a book and like something on your Kindle. Like, it's not the same thing.
Not the same at all.
It's not the same.
Agreed.
We talked about this last week. I want to know how they're going to accomplish this with physical and discless. Is if you buy a physical edition and you have the discless version, are you going to get a digital code but you still have the physical disc? Like, how are they going to do something like that? Because
They're not. You're
I'm
screwed.
not going to buy digital. If I want to buy digital, I'm going to buy it from Steam, or I'm going to emulate it. But like, not piracy. We don't condone piracy here, but we do condone emulation. Nintendo, I'm looking at you with the Mario games. Okay. Mario.
As a side note, I can tell now that Baron has that headband on because his Keke Genkai is instigating. I can tell now.
Like, y'all didn't notice that before? Come on, y'all. Like, what's going on in the future? What's the pro versions of these gonna be like? Because according to the original spec or the original talks, you can just swap stuff in and out of the Series X at least.
Yeah, good luck with that.
This is my worry. My worry is terms of service and you owning your actual digital products. Like the same way I own my disc, if I get my account banned or my Xbox killed off by Microsoft or Sony, or my PlayStation killed off by Sony, I still own the disc. I can go and install it. Yeah, I can go and install it on another console. But what happens to my digital product if, Lord forbid, something happens to my digital account?
Physical.
Until we get to a point, which I think we're maybe 10 years out, and that's just me being weird. I think we'll get to a point to where we will have a digital access code, and you have access to like a server, and you can trade that code. And I want to sell my code I want to trade it to somebody. I think we'll get to that point. It's not far off, and it doesn't seem impossible.
Whoa.
That's why I'm like 10 years off sounds like weird, because if you buy a physical edition of a PC game, you buy the box, you don't get a disc anymore. You get a physical code. Some games, you get a physical code. You don't get the disc anymore. So I'm like, 10 years off. Nah, PC's already been experiencing that.
You want to hear something crazy?
Talking about trading digital content. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, if it goes well on PC, they're gonna just scale it up to the big boys.
True.
PC's the trial run.
Want to hear something crazy? Everyone's trying to get on GameStop.com right now so much to pre-order the PS5 that it's blocking people because it thinks it's being attacked. So if you go on there right now, it's blocking people. It's like it's saying you've been blocked and why you been blocked. Our securities, so it's thinking it's under attack right now. That's crazy to think about.
Which is crazy because, like, for the longest, GameStop has actually been under attack for good reason.
We need GameStop.
He's gonna call him out like that?
I mean, I'm just telling you what I see.
Leah, disc or discless?
I was about to say, speaking of under attack and quiet, where's Leah?
There she is. I'm not trying to volume up.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
on
good.
like headphone mic right now.
You're fine.
I prefer disc personally. I like having the physical copy. I don't know. I have had a lot of like machines go, like computers die on me, to want just like a digital code. And this is nice to have. Like my fiance and I, we both have like this huge bookshelf full of games because we're trying to do like a collection of like PS3 games and Wii games. And it's just nice to look at it. So I don't know. I just prefer the discs. That's the version that I would want to get.
So I want to ask everyone a question in honor of Cedric being here, and I want to go around and ask you guys, if you could choose a game that you would want to be in, and as an NPC or a voice actor, what game would you want to be a part of?
Oh,
You know my answer.
Yes, Leah, please.
My answer is Kingdom Hearts. That is immediately where I would go. I
Whoa,
would wanna
wait,
be in
wait.
the Kingdom Hearts series.
Do you own shoes big enough for that?
I will buy some. I want to be in that game so bad.
Kingdom Hearts. Okay. What about you, Hugger?
Okay, for a voice actor, I would love to be in the Mass Effect franchise because you guys already know or the Assassin's Creed franchise, one of my favorite series of all time. But to be an NPC in like Harvest Moon or something, because Mass Effect, the world is ending. Assassin's Creed, somebody's gonna kill you. Harvest Moon, just go about, farm your vegetables. It's all good. Don't worry about anything. That's what I want.
Now,
Nice and simple.
Cedric, you already look like you're ready to mocap for Miles Morales. And we know you're a voice actor. So
I would love to do that. Shout out to Najee Jeter, who's currently Miles Morales right now. Shout out to him. But yeah, that would have been a dream come true. I auditioned for it. Yeah, I would love to have been Miles Morales. I'd love to be in a Kingdom Hearts game. Anything Square Enix. I would love to be in, let's see, a future Pokemon game that has voice acting in it. And a new IP that has a black lead. I would love to do that.
we need more of them.
Yo.
Now, would you want to be an actual playable character Pokemon or the actual Pokemon itself?
I would love to be the actual Pokemon. See, I actually did early during quarantine. Like a lot of voice actors was doing like voice actor challenges, and one of my challenges was I did all 150 Pokemon voice impressions. So,
Oh my god.
Jesus.
We need this.
So I'm like, which one of us is gonna tell him to do one?
Oh yeah, look.
Everybody like,
Do five.
Do five.
Top five favorites.
top 5 favorites. Why
Mm-hmm.
don't I just do like the first like in order, like from Bulbasaur to Charizard?
Okay.
Blastoise.
that's
Bulbasaur! Ivy, Soar! Venusaur! Charmander! Charmeleon! Squirtle! Wartortle! Blastoise!
fire. Of course, no. We know Charmander's the GOAT. That was dope.
All the way on point. The Charmander evolutions was all the way on point.
All the way on point.
We already know which one's your favorite.
I'm a Gen 1er and I approve this message.
Yes. Gen 1 is the best gen.
Right?
Based off the people who saw it, people liked my Nidoran family and my Raichu best. Those were fun to do. And like the ones that have like the 3 heads, like Doug Trio or like Dodrio, where I had to like stack my voice, those were fun. Those are fun too. And doing Mewtwo. Mewtwo has like a humanoid voice. He's like, Mewtwo. Like very humanoid. He's fun to do.
You gotta be.
See it.
I mean,
where
it's
can we go watch
weird.
it?
Yeah.
I have it as like an unlisted link on YouTube. I can like
Okay.
put it in the chat.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
I was
we'll,
trying
we'll,
to help you promote if you needed it.
yeah,
I don't really get on
appreciate
YouTube like that.
You gotta admit though, with the big Rona coming slapping everybody about the face, at least you don't have your face recorded. Because I know some voice actors, I know they're like, it's the weird part when you're doing like a weird voice and they take that face that they're recording and put it in. It's like, oh, that's what I look like.
Man,
Okay.
I mean, we can't always be like, you know,
Handsome.
pretty when we're doing voice acting. You know, we gotta like, you know, to do those weird voices, you gotta distort your face. Like, if I was like a troll or something, see, I'm about to look stupid right now.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
I'm a troll.
All right, everybody who's watching live right now, record it.
Don't record that.
Please.
I'm kidding.
The secret is
But yeah, so yeah, you
secret
gotta
is
voice acting is all about putting your whole body into it, and so you know, we look silly sometimes. You know, it's part of the job. You know.
So you sit in front of a mirror and do it.
Sometimes
so you can
I
see
do,
yourself do it. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
the thing
you know,
is, you gotta be born with a weird face. Like, if you
What?
have a weird face to begin, if you have a weird face to begin with, people won't know.
Alright.
Like,
When next time I sit down with Mark Mears, who's the voice of Commander Shepard, I'm gonna be like, you were born with a weird face. My
Yeah, let's just start out the conversation over. Yeah, man, your face is weird. You ever thought about doing voice acting? Like,
I'm not saying you have a weird face. I mean, we got some people
Like
on level
Jennifer
one that
Hale,
see
you
it.
got a weird face. Danielle Rain, you got a weird face. You ever thought about
Oh,
that?
okay, just think about this. One of the greatest actors,
Is
one of the
my
people
face
that I
weird?
feel is the
William
greatest, one of
Shatner?
the greatest actors. Period, and as well as one of the greatest voice actors. It does actually have a weird face. Andy Serkis, that man face weird as hell. But
Oh.
it works.
yo, Sandra look down like no comment. I don't want to take.
do you see like when he does like Gollum or Caesar from Planet of the Apes? Like, do you see like what he does like with his body when he's like Gollum?
Caesar.
It's like my precious.
Yeah.
Like he
A whole
really
body
embodies-
in there. Yeah.
When isn't he also Smaug from like the Hobbit movies? Like the
No,
dragon.
That's Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, I was
That's
about to say
Benedict
that was
Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
Oh, okay.
The man
Okay.
who can't say penguins.
He did play
Penguin,
what did he play?
penguins,
Penguin.
penguins.
General Snoke in.
Oh yeah, he was
Star
Snoke
Wars.
in Star Wars. Yeah, man,
Holy
I was really expecting Snoke to be something like big in Star Wars. His death was so stupid.
I know.
We were expecting a lot from Star Wars, but
Just so much hurt.
Do love Star Wars, but I just it wasn't what I expected. Still enjoyed it though. I'm gonna bash Star Wars.
Let's get
as
some
long
F's
as
in
you
the
enjoyed
chat.
it.
I could definitely hear your voice. Like you say, you want to be in Mass Effect. Like you have the kind of like strong voice that like you could be like a female soldier or bounty hunter in Mass Effect. I could definitely hear it.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
And practicing,
Yeah.
I love it.
You were
Yeah.
so
Cheesy.
Shoot that
cool,
shot. Shoot
like-
that shot.
Yeah.
You got some cool energy going on there. Like
I
laid
just have
back and chill.
that stoner energy from high school, and it just kept going. 10 years on, I'm just chilling
Dallas,
and waiting for my wings.
what game would you want to voice act or be an NPC or character in? If you had a choice.
Let me see.
Whoa,
Since
hugger, sit down. What is she doing?
I'm waiting for my food, man. I'm
Oh.
hungry. So I'm like out of my mind.
I'm like, so we dancing?
Yeah.
Let's see. We've already been in Mafia 3. Resident Evil's currently happening. I like the Kingdom Hearts idea just because, like, I mean, who wouldn't want to wield a Keyblade? But I think the most perfect game to be in, like you already said it, but I think the most perfect game to be in would be Pokemon. Like since I was a little kid, excuse me, since I was a little kid, I wanted to be able to do that. And the closest I've been able to get to that in real life has been like Pokemon Go. And I cannot pass up I would not be able to pass up the opportunity to be able to do that. Or I'd be like in Reboot, so I can be in whatever game somebody loads up on their PC at the time. That would be fire.
Put me in Pokemon, I want to be somebody on Team Rocket. Baron.
When you said reboot, I hot ass thought you were talking about reboot.
Yeah, the cartoon.
Like,
I thought
I
so
am.
too.
Early
Yeah.
90s?
I am.
Oh, you are.
Oh.
Which
Okay.
is the Canadian show. It was the first ever 3D animated show, and it's Canadian.
Oh, we'll learn something new every day. Hot
Are
take.
you from Canada?
Yeah, I'm the Canadian asshole on this podcast.
Yep, she's our favorite Canadian.
Right?
And
So
what
she
you
did
got to
it.
talk
I've been
about,
waiting.
Baron?
I've been waiting. She did it.
So you got Hugger's Canadian. Me and Dallas are Texan. Barron, state, California.
California.
Two Californians.
And no, Leah's California too.
Yeah.
Oh, word?
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, SoCal, we in here. No. Oh, hey, but for me, I would honestly want to be an NPC in Fallout because I know I would get like 10 different roles, and then like, could you imagine like the random homeless person running up and it's like, "You got any bottle caps?" Like, I think that just would be dope. Like, kids, that's your dad, and I would tell my kids like, "That's your father." "You got any bottle caps?" Like, I just got any more jet?
Oh my god, nerd.
I think my calling. I'm built to mocap Snorlax, so I think whenever I get that opportunity, I'm like, I'm ready, baby. I'm ready, baby. Put them balls on me and let me lay down. Pause.
On you.
Pause.
Somebody please.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Hey, bro, chill.
I give you a gift card to any system of your choice.
Chill.
Yeah,
You know what I
get
meant.
that, You get a gift card.
Hey, really quick,
Holocaust,
He said,
I
"Just
know you're
throw him
watching.
here.
Do
Just
it.
throw him here."
for those of you who are watching, we have a code for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 for Xbox. If you want that code,
I forgot about that.
go in the chat and type Tony Hawk LV1.
Not for you.
So if you're watching Tony Hawk LV1, it is a Xbox One code. I don't want to forget that, and I'll say that again here. I should say it at the beginning.
Baron.
Not you, Baron. You work for Level 1, sir. You cannot get these games.
Also,
oh my God, he
We
actually
have
wrote it too.
This giveaway right now, but I think because it's so many codes, we'll probably do some Twitter giveaways. But we had a good interview today. We got some codes from Delilah Studios, so we're gonna give some of those away on Twitter and then probably in the stream as we go.
Yeah, because we have a lot
next
to do.
week.
We'll like probably start it when we release the interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll be dropping codes like on Twitter during the podcast. We got a lot of codes to give out to you guys, so definitely.
If we don't make the mandatory, I'm sorry, three or more people, because Baron doesn't count. Hustle's the only one. Chakalaka works for us. We'll have to keep pushing it back till we get people that don't work for us to get into
Who
the
want the game? Like, who doesn't
giveaway.
want Tony Hawk, man? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
It's not on. It's on Epic. I don't want it.
Yo, so one thing would you like to do here, Cedric, is we like to give suggestions for either anime, movie, or a video game. A suggestion to people for them to check out or play. So would you like to be our honorary guest and go first, or would you like us to come back around so you can get those thoughts together?
Come back around.
All right.
Think about this.
Hugger, we need some suggestions, man. What should the people check out, or what should they play?
Oof. So for movies, I will say, because I've been in a gritty mood, Reservoir Dogs. Oh God.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
The dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
Penguin.
Good. Penguin. Good movie. Definitely go watch it. For shows, I think I recommended this last week as well. It's Kingdom. It's a Korean drama. It's got zombies. It's set in like the Mulan era, but Mulan, we don't talk about that one now. And for games, I would say go play, because my review's coming out tomorrow. Go play Paradise Killer. It's an indie studio. It's a vaporwave, like murder mystery whodunit type of game. Go play it. It is not very long, but it's one of those games that it rocked me to my core, and it made me rethink all my decisions that I made during the game. So yeah, Reservoir Dogs, shut
Dogs.
up, Kingdom, and Paradise Killer.
Okay. Leah, love, what do you have for us today? What suggestion can you give the people to check out?
New that I've checked out recently is I watched the movie The Witch, and it's not for everybody, definitely, but
It's good.
it's one. Yeah, I was like, it's one of those movies that I sat back and thought about much later, and just kept thinking about the ending and kept thinking about the story. It's a really good movie.
It's slow, but you got to get into it. It's real good.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, but I think it's an A24 movie. I don't know. It's just it's really good. I would just go check it out. Give it a shot and see if you like it.
Dallas, what you got for us this week?
Hey, she didn't get to. Oh God, games. You got any?
Oh, did
games
you have a
for us?
game? I'm sorry.
She's
Yeah, 'cause you're not in the zone.
exploring all the games we played
God,
already,
he's
but she's like, I'm
calling
gonna play Skyrim.
He's calling me.
I mean, I recently got Skyrim 2 on the Switch, so I mean, I'm right there with you.
You
Yeah,
people
for the
in
first time.
Skyrim. Oh my
I just got it
god.
on a Nokia phone.
I just got it on my Alexa.
My fridge can play that.
It really can. That's the weird
That's
part.
what I
It
just
has
got it
Alexa.
on.
Yo, that
What you
PS4
got for
looking
us,
nice.
Leah?
New games. Yeah, I'm only playing Skyrim right now, so that's the only thing that I can talk about. I just had I haven't been able to check it out, but everybody keeps saying really great things about it. I had somebody get for me for my birthday. It's coming up. The DLC for Skyrim. And I'm really excited to play through it because apparently you can ride dragons, and Lydia isn't as much of an
the
asshole,
Dragonborn.
and
Yeah.
and you can adopt a child, and I want to adopt a child. So, yeah.
And Leah, you're currently reviewing a game right now. Are you under embargo?
No, it's already out.
Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I like it. It's as far as the eye, it's a small indie game. It's a roguelike game. It's pretty fun. I would recommend it.
So
I'm working on my review right now, so.
Yeah, buddy. We're looking forward to your first review on the website. Yeah, buddy. Dallas, what are you recommending this week, my good sir?
Let's see. I haven't really been playing many games outside of PAX demos lately, but I have been revisiting my childhood with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. So if you happen to get that code from us, you should be playing it. If you don't happen to get that code from us and you are okay with being frustrated, or you okay with those nostalgia glasses being just a little broken, then pick up that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. I don't feel like it's as great as the later ones, but it's still it's fun, especially once you catch up to that learning curve. Let me see. So there's a show that I've been watching that some of y'all may like and some of y'all may not, but if y'all are from where I'm from, then you might find it interesting, and if you're not, you might still find it interesting. I've been watching P Valley on Stars, I think. So if you like that ratchet stuff, you like that hood stuff, and you like that type of stuff, like, yeah, pull up to P Valley. Especially if you I mean, it's COVID. It's
I don't do ratchets.
We ain't been to the strip club in a minute. Like, so if you try to remember that period,
This is a good Christian podcast.
I was good till you said Christian.
I got y'all.
But yeah, we've
Baron
been
Blake.
watching that show, and I've been digging it. So there's your show, there's your game, and let me see, anime. I actually suggested this to Baron like yesterday or a couple days ago, but Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion. It
Oh
is
yeah.
fire, especially if you like the analytical stuff, you like the cerebral shows, right up your alley.
It's the closest thing we have to Death Note, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that too.
Death Note.
Baron, what you got for us this week, brother?
Man, you know, for some reason, I just have to really recommend Hunter x Hunter.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, look, yeah, of course.
I don't know why I would recommend one of the greatest modern anime of our time, Hunter x Hunter. I don't know. It's something special about it right now. And then
Let me guess the
video
game.
game-wise-
Let me guess.
Yeah, I mean, everybody. It's on Game Pass and PC.
Rage 2.
Oh, Wasteland 3.
Of course.
Man, I don't know why. They're just it's
No
calling to
reason
me.
why.
It's something
knew.
here in my core.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Not from a certain handsome man that's in our
It was-
podcast. Right?
It wouldn't be because of the guy in the wife beater, would it? That's not.
Nah,
No.
not slingshot guy. It's not like he's he's what? Oh, you are a voice actor in.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Wow,
Oh,
I didn't know that.
my mind is blown. Like I even forgot.
Hey, Baron, that was bad voice acting. We kind of
Yeah.
saw that coming from a mile away.
That was good, guys.
Hey,
Look,
we
that was
don't
good
talk
because that was
mad or
funny.
disrespect on Bad Boys. That movie was far.
She said the game.
I
You
don't know
bought
about
the
the new
game,
one.
didn't you? You played the game,
No.
didn't you?
I was thinking of Miami Vice for a hot second. That game was
Damn.
awful. But
Yeah, there was a
But
Bad
Miami
Boys
Vice-
game.
It's called,
That was a Bad Boys
Bad Boys
game?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I know
PlayStation
there was a
2,
Bad
I
Boy
think.
game.
Yeah, there was
Really?
a Bad Boys game.
Y'all are lying.
I think it
Awful.
came out around the time of like 50 Cent's game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's a bad game.
awful.
Y'all are lying.
Like it's so bad that
Y'all lying.
Yo, are you serious?
I would recommend Fallout 76 before I recommend that game.
Hey, we ride together.
I know
we
Meek's
die
not here
together.
to like.
Bad
We glitch
games for
together.
life.
Always for life.
Bad games for
It's so
life.
bad. I would recommend Fast and the Furious Crossroads before I recommend that game.
I don't even think Will Smith and Martin were in the game.
They
Probably
were.
they probably
They
had
weren't.
like
They
voice
didn't even get
actors
their
to do like a
character
voice
models.
match.
Bro, what is this?
It's bad. Don't.
What is
like a
this?
Hey,
It
like,
looks like one of the first
uh,
cell phone games.
right?
It looks like a
bad.
cell
Don't-
phone ad. It looks like those
Don't.
ads that be running on YouTube that try to convince you to download the game that don't look like that.
It looked like they down-res True Crime Streets of LA.
Welcome to the Shadow Raid Legends Black Edition.
Wait,
Raid-
were you
the
on
Trap
Shadow?
Shadow Legends.
Were you on Raid Shadow Legends? Said I gotta on
Please don't.
everything we listed. I feel like I gotta ask, were you a part of it?
Oh,
Yeah.
I wish.
We'll get that check. They were throwing everybody money.
He was like, "Let me take a second. Was
He's
I?
like,
Because
well-
he can't remember anymore.
Right?
Even too much.
All right, Sid. If you have any suggestions, whether it's it can be a multitude of things, one of each, or just one video game, anime, or a movie suggestion for people to check out.
Okay, for anime, I also recommend Hunter x Hunter. I also recommend Promise Neverland. I recommend a lot of people have been telling me to watch Haiku lately. It's a volleyball anime, and when it comes to sports animes, like it's hit or miss. So this for someone to keep on recommending this to me, I recommend you watch that. Code Geass as well. Dr. Stone, if you haven't seen that, My Hero Academia, but I'm pretty sure everyone watches My Hero Academia already.
Yeah.
But if you don't, check it out. Let's see. TV show. Let me do a TV show.
There we go.
Power. I recommend Power.
The
Some
new
stars.
season?
Yeah, it's out right now. They release an episode every week. Yeah. Power was just like one of those shows where every time I watched an episode, I just wanted to keep on watching more. I had to stop myself because I'm like, I'm supposed to be acting right now. Supposed to be studying for this audition. I can't be up all night watching this show. Video game wise, recommend Pokemon Sword and Shield because
Love
they
it.
are going to have a DLC coming out really soon. They already had one, the Isle of Armor, and then the Crown Tundra is coming next. For those of you that are really upset about the Dex cut, they're adding more Pokemon. They're also adding all the legendaries mostly. My boy Garchomp is coming back.
Garchomp is a beast.
Fire Emblem Three Houses. I recommend that game too. I also recommend Wasteland 3. And movie wise, if you have HBO Max, watch all the Studio Ghibli movies that are on there. You have no excuse not to watch them now. He's pretty much the Japanese Walt Disney. So, you need to watch him. He's a genius. And another show, I also recommend Euphoria. That show was so good. Have y'all seen Euphoria? As Zendaya?
I stopped watching it for a while.
I haven't seen that.
Good show.
It's a really good show. So grounded. And I'm always going to recommend Walking Dead, too. Like, I love Walking Dead.
Are you sad that it's ending? I think the next season is the last season. They're finally shutting her down.
Yup.
But then they still have Fear the Walking Dead and
Fear the Walking Dead. Yeah, another one that's out too.
Well, I only have
those are my suggestions.
I only have one suggestion. It's a show that's ending soon as well. The second half of its season is coming. The second half of season 5 is coming, and that's Lucifer. If you haven't watched Lucifer,
I haven't seen that, but I heard a lot about it.
So good, so good. Tom Ellis he's to me. It's going to be like, you know how Ryan Reynolds, no matter what role he's in now, he's still kind of Deadpool. Like, even when he was doing Detective Pikachu, you kind of got that Deadpool vibe. Like, that's kind of like, so to me, Tom Ellis, no matter what he does now, I need that Lucifer character in you now, because that's you. You're Lucifer, and Ryan Reynolds, no matter what you be in, you're going to always be Deadpool. Sorry, you're Deadpool. So, that, and of course, because a lot of people hated on it, but it's still a great game for gaming-wise, it's The Avengers. Such a good game. I know a lot of people hate on it. They don't like it. I'm having a ball. I'm trying to grind up to 150 with Black Widow because she's the best character in the game so far.
Really?
You good?
Black Widow.
You was not feeling me when I said Black Widow.
She's a beast. Because Hulk is going to be my main. And I got a Black Widow, and I haven't put her down. I think I'm power 120, so I'm grinding up to 150. I told myself I'm gonna get 150 before I switch characters. I think I'm gonna do Hulk or Cap next. I don't really like the flying characters in the game, but Black Widow.
Are you sure you want to do Captain America? Because he showed his Captain America.
He showed y'all the flagpole.
He showed his Winter Soldier.
Woo. He did show his Winter Soldier, man.
His Wiener Soldier.
He needs to come back. He's funny.
Hey, if anybody's watching
Captain America is a wiener.
If you are wanting to be a guest on here, dick jokes are the way to go. That's the way you get back on the show.
Shakalaka says The Boys is his recommendation.
Oh, The Boys is so good, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely on my list. And Watchmen.
Absolutely.
Watchmen's on my list.
Watchmen's legit.
Fire.
I love The Boys because I always say if superheroes were real and if someone had Superman's powers, it would be just like this. It would be
100%.
just like this.
Or Invincible.
So the people that are watching to the end right now, I'm going to give you guys a little tip. Opera, which is a browser that is using the Chromium engine, so it's anything that you use on Chrome, like Firefox. If you use Firefox, download Opera because it has a built-in VPN, and you can use the VPN to watch shows in Japan, or if you live in America, you watch shows in Canada, because right now on Canada, apparently we have the best Netflix. I didn't know that. Is all the Studio Ghibli movies, the Lord of the Rings movies, all kinds of shows. Every single Lord of the Rings is on there right now. Like, we have all the best stuff. I didn't know that. But yeah, Opera, we're not paid by Opera. I know everybody likes to say, oh, you guys are paid by Xbox. No, I'm not paid by anybody. I'm just trying to give y'all, the people that are watching to the end, some good tips.
I'm trying to get paid by Xbox. If Microsoft dropped that check, I will shield until there's nothing else to shield for. I'm telling you. Drop a check.
Microsoft, y'all need some minorities. I'm here.
I'm trying to be a black at Xbox.
No, you wouldn't be a minority. You'd be the blacks at Xbox.
I'm trying to be a black at Xbox, baby.
Blacks,
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
I remember that. Oh, damn.
I'm trying to be a black at Xbox. Let's make it happen.
Hey, don't lie. Put me on, coach.
Hey, so one thing I want to say here before we leave out of here is that some of the best times we have on this podcast is after the podcast when we get to have our fun. One day, man, we're gonna have to record an after show for you guys. That's what the real magic I think of this panel really kicks off is after the show. We're gonna get the outros going as Hugger Gogs down that glizzy. The glizzy god is in a building. God, dog.
Glizzy and the blizzy.
That thing disappeared.
Gone.
Is that pizza?
I'm hungry.
All I see left is the crust.
Pizza and chicken wings.
Wings and pizza.
She,
Pizza. See, I can't put it too close because I'm using a manual lens. So like, pizza, chicken wings,
boy,
onion rings.
she straight glizzy. The glizzy
I'm
god.
so hungry.
We're gonna get going with the.
We're just an hour late.
We're gonna watch. We're gonna sit in this watch Hugger like.
Ooh.
This should be our OnlyFans having to watch this eat this pizza.
I was about to say, this is OnlyFans.
I set up an OnlyFans, Baron J67.
But I think we can all agree. Fame called me on my government number today.
Oh my god!
Sound different. It's like
it's the first time I actually called on the actual
sounded hella
phone.
different.
I was like, am I speaking to the
You
same
sound
chick?
different though too.
Yeah, I hate my voice.
I sound like a man though.
I don't like hearing myself. Like, I don't like to rewatch podcasts. I don't like my voice, and I'm like, ugh, boy, you sound terrible.
That reminds me. That's another voice acting tip. You gotta love your own voice because you're gonna be using your real voice for most of the stuff you get cast as. So you gotta learn to love it. So all you voice actors out there, I gotta love your voice. I used to hate my voice too. It sounds like SpongeBob and helium. I had to learn how to appreciate it, but you know,
I'm mad at how
that dude, man.
Actually, like,
I wasn't
voice
ready
is
for that.
really work. So yeah, you gotta learn to love it. Like, because no one has a voice like you. So you are unique. You are a treasure.
I want that on a shirt.
Amen. You are unique.
You're
my voice
breathtaking.
plays every podcast, and I have to like make sure that when I open up a tab for the podcast, it's muted because I don't want to hear myself on this song.
See,
Right.
Dallas, I think you missed it.
I never been a fan of my own voice.
Dallas, I think you missed your chance. You're supposed to be on GTA San Andreas. You got the voice for that. Grove Street.
I've been living in San Andreas for like, I spent the first 20-something years of my life.
Oh, you had
living
to do
in
it
San
for on the
Andreas.
train, CJ.
Yo, let's get going with the
I was about to say, Hustle's
yeah,
the only one on our site right now that isn't working for us. That is the only one that put in for the Tony Hawk. Should we?
It's Hustles. It's Hustles. Hustle wins. I'm sending it to him.
He supports
You got
us.
it.
He be here.
I'm sending that to Hustle.
Go ahead.
So we're going with the
We can't drag
introductions.
this on.
We're gonna start with.
Hey, I just wanted to say real quick, Hugger looked like when you ordered your food, you was like, I have a number 9 large.
You want to see what I got? Wings,
So that glizzy
onion rings.
and the glizzy.
I got some dippable vegetables. I got pizza.
So we showing food. I got the ribs. I got some tri-tip. They didn't have no rolls, so I got some bread. And then I'm gonna make y'all sick. I'm gonna make you disgusted.
Oh, it's about to be what I think
I got the beans and the potato salad mixed together.
Ooh, I like
we
that.
good.
Yo, why was it perfect that you showed your food and then Sid looked over and it looked like he was looking and yo, it was perfect, yo.
Looking at that food.
He looked over like he was looking at your food like, yeah, that shit look nasty.
But Hustle, you get the Tony Hawk, his Xbox. Do what you want with it.
It looks like somebody else just entered. I don't know.
I mean, you know.
It's Hustle. We ain't worried about you, Baron. We're gonna start with the outros. We're gonna start with the always sweet and innocent, but I'm starting to think maybe she isn't so innocent. Leah Lisa.
Right.
Is she there?
When she come up with that, though.
Sorry.
Outro, just outros is just a thank you and where
Tell
people
people where to
and where they
find
can
you.
find you and stuff like that. Promote yourself.
Okay. I'm on Twitch and on Twitter and YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, all under Leah Lisi. And thank you guys for watching. You can also read my articles on Level 1 Gaming. A new one's gonna be coming out soon. So yeah.
DALLAZ. Man.
And what's good? I have a number 9 large to I can't remember the rest of the order, but the point I'm making is level 1 gaming out here eating. So
Literally.
Literally.
shout out to all of y'all, man, that's watching here. Shout out to our writers who have been working extremely hard here lately. Baron, I've been seeing you with these reviews. Hugger, don't think I don't see you too, because you be hitting. You on them reviews heavy.
Opa.
Also, and I'm excited to see Leah's first review for us. I just wanted to say shout out to all the people watching Hunter x Hunter because I'm super behind. And that's pretty much it.
It's a lot of episodes too.
Yeah, but you know.
Yo, the man with the newest level 1 gaming email address, Baron.
Well, folks, see here, I'm marketing my my newly cemented OnlyFans account, which will be all.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah, y'all go support. We out here making money, making moves. Big man don't lose.
Hey, let's get it.
Good job.
Oh my god.
Good job.
But yes, you can find me anywhere, Baron J67, where I want you to find me. Much love.
Let me let her chew, swallow. Hugger.
You always catch me in the middle when I'm like, you're like, oh, how you doing? It's like, I'm still eating my how y'all? We had a good show. I'm glad for our guest to come out. Leah's gonna have a review coming out right quick. Dallas is fixing to have a review out quick. We doing our thing. I hope you guys appreciate and enjoy, and we'll see you guys. We got topics for tomorrow, Fame, right?
We do.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow, me and Fame.
For take 2, level 4. Last but definitely not least, our esteemed guest who we had a ball with today, that we pray that he comes back and talks with us again. Hopefully we didn't scare you away. My man, Cedric
y'all family,
L. Williams Jr. Where can people... We have your stuff on screen right now. We have your name on your Twitter handle, but where else can people find you or find your work?
You can find me on Instagram under Cedric L. Williams. You can also go on my IMDb and see what projects I have out right now. And as I do them, I will more stuff will pop up on there. I do announcements on my Twitter and my Instagram as well. So Cedric L. Cedric L. Williams on Instagram. Ced Williams Jr. on Twitter. And yeah, that's pretty much all I get on right now. Is I don't have TikTok, so maybe I need to make one. Do y'all recommend TikTok?
We know Leah does.
I do too.
So many voice actors on there and musicians who have been able to promote their stuff through TikTok. I would 100% recommend it.
And you should do your
Definitely.
Pokemon spiel on there.
Man.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
That'll be dope.
Okay, that'll be my first video.
So we're going to stop the stream and we're going to kind of do our thing. I want you guys to have a wonderful night. And congratulations, you guys leveled up to 125. This was the Double XP Podcast. We'll see you guys next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Also tomorrow for Take 2, Level 4 with myself and the Floor Hugger. You guys have a wonderful night. Peace.
Have a good night. Thank you guys for joining me.